Let's investigate it, let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Production study right. Fake hauntings just want to survive. Let's seek the truth and get it right. And debunk those lies hidden in the night. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Productions, here we go. Bringing you the truth about the paranormal. Not letting the fakers spread lies and junk. Let's investigate it, let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Productions study pride. Fake hauntings just won't survive. Let's seek the truth and get it right. And debunk those lies hidden in the night. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Here we go, bringing you the truth about the paranormal. Not letting the fakers spread lies and junk. Let's investigate it, let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk. Let's debunk.
Well, hello everyone. How are we doing tonight? So we've got a little guest tonight. Who's this imposter?
Governor, how the devil are you then?
Who is this imposter? I'm the real side-eye guy.
I have you no good, sir. I am the side-eye guy. I don't know who you be there.
People say, actually, so people were saying last time I did this that my accent sounds Australian. As you being someone,
no, really? You're doing an Australian accent.
Fuck. I was waiting for my Academy Award, to be honest with you.
Hey, you'll get one if you're playing Ned Kelly.
Now, this mask, though, not bad for a 5-minute job, right?
5 whole minutes? What did you do for the last 4 minutes?
Right? Jeff was like, I need a mask. I was like, oh, crap. I was like trying to do it real quick.
There was some travel time involved, so maybe that was part of the last 4 minutes.
Very nice. Actually, next time, I'll just tell Elaine Baker, you're wasting your time putting all this effort into this. I'll just get hold of Jeff next time to make my mark.
Exactly. Hell yeah. I mean, I'll give it to you for free. Like, I wouldn't even charge you for that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I wouldn't charge for that. I'd feel bad.
I see you have a spider collection now.
Yeah. Quite the collection. So that's your one there. And then this one here is from Sacred Grounds, Australia.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Let's go through the participants real quick. And then obviously, everybody, we have a guest, the infamous or the famous side-eye guy. I shouldn't say infamous. That was mean. I apologize. We're not going to start fighting right away. Like, we're going to say that.
I just take a moment because she's in the chat. I said this in my own live. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Sandra Peachy did this for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
It's like there's lots of little. It's all made of little beads.
Oh, is it like a diamond thing? One of those diamond things?
Let me see if we can make that.
So you can sort of see there. It's like lots of individual beads, all to make up the Grim Reaper. I put it in close like that.
That's cool.
It's like the diamond thing. That's cool.
I've been told that I've got to frame it rather than have it on a canvas sort of thing. So that's my next job to do.
Well, if we live closer, we could make you a custom frame.
Yeah, she said it's diamond dots. I was going to say, yeah, that's.
So I want to quickly say hello to everybody. Spaghetti alla Paranormale is in the house. Lone Wolf, Mr. Stigma, Dragon Ranger, Jimmy Hagan. Pinky is in the house. Laura is here from Raw Side. James from Friday House. Dragon Ranger is here. This is going to take me a while to get to the bottom. I can see that.
Don't set time.
Guys, if I miss anybody, I apologize. I'm just trying to hurry up. Candy 7 is in the house. Dana Joy, how are you? What is that? Just Jane? Just Jane? Ken Gerald's in the house. Hello. Pomp is in the house. Hello. Michael from Chemical Knee Rub. Zombie J, how are you? Nosferatu. Michael Smorto, how are you? I'm trying to get their side. Trying to get there. Juliet is in the house. Hello. Scarborough Gatekeeper. How are you doing? Joe is in the house. What's he got to say? The best part of the live stream is the intro. Yeah, the rest is lame. I kind of agree with that.
Let's debunk. Let's
That's right.
debunk. Let's debunk.
Thanks to Wisdom for that. Did we say hello to everybody and everybody's just chatting amongst themselves? It kind of looks that way.
It's starting to.
All right. Yeah, we'll just go with everybody said. Ray J Wench, Wandering Wenchie's in the house. I'm just guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to the bottom of the chat since we have a guest for the evening. So Sana Guy, what have you been up to? I saw your video today. Makes me crazy.
Yeah. So I made a bit of an effort to I'm gonna do a few more. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna I've got some ideas for some YouTube channels, but I'd like to get more into paranormal TV shows.
Yeah.
So I finished I don't mind just saying, so I covered a Destination Fear video rather than Project Fear.
Yep.
And sort of like having seeing how different Destination Fear is to what we now have Project Fear.
Yeah.
And in short, the answer is Project Fear is way worse. Way worse. So much more annoying.
Yes. Yep.
Destination Fear, I mean, don't get me wrong, Destination Fear is still shit. But God, it is so much more tolerable than Project Fear.
They don't let them, or when they did the TV show, they didn't let them get away with the really goofy, stupid shit. They do in their intros and in the it's crazy. But I don't know if you saw my comment on your video, but every time I watch anything about the Warrens or with the Warrens or anything like that, I feel so fucking stupid for falling for that shit for a long time. I really feel stupid. How did you think they were legit? Because I was a fan for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of propaganda going around about the Warrens.
Yep. Well, and I was in the Warren Foundation, and no one spoke a negative word about them. And then I started seeing. I think the first thing that I saw was Kenny Biddle's video on the photographs that they took at Amityville, and he laid out a case okay, you win. You would win that in court that's fake. It was, and then after that, I found Truth or Demons and Florio and, channels like that. And it's oh my God, I feel so fucking dumb.
These guys are really good at what they do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, you're listing off some great channels there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everyone go check out Florio and Proving Demons. Not Proving Demons. Not Proving Demons. Truthful Demons.
Yes. Did I say Proving Demons? I might have.
No, I don't think you did. I think I
okay,
did.
Good.
I think you said the right one. I always do that because it both get, I don't know why I do that. I'm an idiot.
Proving Demons has definitely jumped the shark. He is getting, he's really getting out there. Way worse.
Yeah, I got a little bit how, I mean, it's not quite the same, but a little bit how you felt that about the one. I because I stuck up for Andrew.
Yeah.
And I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I've been very quiet on the Andrew front lately because I just was I thought he was a bit of a
Stop.
I don't know, what's the word? An underdog, and he's not all that. And then more the Beardo stuff aside, just other stuff that I've heard from him of late is very, very troubling.
Well, I'm sure you've seen some of his live streams, right?
Yeah, live streams are insane.
They're train wrecks. I saw him throwing up off a balcony one time, taking a pee right in the background.
Stop.
It was what are you doing, man? You need to stop drinking.
I don't know what the deal is with his partner as well. I want to be careful what I say because I don't want to say anything that is going to be. But it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't feel. I'm not very comfortable watching his live streams. Watching them.
And that being said, I'm not picking on him. I actually feel sorry for him because I think he's definitely into, not on purpose, but the guy is doing some destructive behavior. You know what I mean? He's really, And I do feel bad for him. I don't, so I'm not picking on him, but I mean, it's just, it's sad to watch. Oh, Sandra Peachy, thank you for the gifted membership. We appreciate that. Sorry, didn't mean to let that ride for so long. Don't be hard on yourself. A lot of people fell for, a lot of people did and still do fall for, the Warrens, the fake channels, the OmarGosh's, which we're going to get into. And I came prepared. I have notes.
I haven't. So I'm just going to go on gut response.
Yeah. The thing is, though, like, if we would have done this right after you did your live stream, it would have probably been a lot more debatey. But like seeing what he's doing now, like it's okay. Pretty much everything you said about him is right.
I haven't even looked at his channel lately. Is he still re-uploading ghost hunting videos?
No, but he's doing Randonautica, and he's doing his last one was titled like "This app sent me to the hospital," and I'm sure it was Randonautica. Which, I mean, that's just as weird as I guess if you're going with the route that the paranormal is sinful, I would say Randonautica and that weird dark encounter stuff would be committing the same sin, if that makes any sense.
I don't like defending Omar because I don't like him. But to be fair, without seeing it, because his biggest gripe was the wall talking, right? It was the ghostly it was communicating with the dead. Right. And from what I understand, his argument was that, there's no such thing as ghosts. They're all malicious entities. They're all demons.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And, you're interacting with these demons. So if in the Randonomica videos, if he's not talking to ghosts, I guess it's not as hypocritical.
Yes. But it's still.
I don't know. I know a lot of people do claim to talk to ghosts from using Randonomica. So
yeah,
stop.
But it's still like, again, it's very clickbaity, kind of, lying, which is a major
still in that same ilk of content, isn't it? It's still in that same ballpark. Yeah.
It's like I said, the last title was "This app sent me to the hospital," and I didn't click on it, but I'm sure it was a Randonautica thing because that's what he did the video before. So. But yeah, anyway, I was going to title. So when you came out with your live stream, I was going to do a video. Oh, Mike O wants to know who the new guy is, and he has been a member for 18 months. Mike O, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Mike O.
Yes, he's a legend. He's a legend around these parts. But I was going to title mine, Omar Gosh actually speaks the truth for once.
Stop.
What do you think about that?
I don't think there's a word of truth in anything he has to say.
No, there was one part where he spoke the truth.
I think it's a new grift. I just think he's just. I cannot trust anything that man has to say.
There's one part where he actually spoke the truth, and we'll get into that in a little bit. And like the real truth. And I think once I replay it for you, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's telling the truth there."
Okay.
So we'll get into that in a little bit. Ken Gerald, thank you for the 5 gift memberships. We appreciate it. Ian Cavaney is in the house. So let me see. What clips do I want to play? I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I can't read them because I got the distance glasses on. So one thing that you kind of challenged him on right off the bat was he said that he received a message from God. Now, I know you're an atheist and I am a Christian. I am a believer. But I don't have any issues with people being atheists because sometimes Christianity does sound kind of weird.
And I don't have any problems with people being. I've got no problems with Christian or anyone believing in that, having that belief system or any belief system. Well, I say any belief system. There's some destructive ones out there, but I don't believe Christianity in and of itself, in its purest form, is destructive.
See, I disagree. I think we'll talk about it. Dana's calling time out.
I think there's certain offshoots of Christianity that absolutely can be interpreted in a very destructive manner. But I think if you live your life as a Christian and you're just doing good deeds, no issues with that.
I think I want to explain it in a way that it should be, but Dana's calling time out. So let's go to Mrs. Boo here for a second.
I just want, before this gets out of hand, I want to thank the people from last week that donated. I did buy the gift cards. Unfortunately, I forgot to send or take pictures of the gift cards, and I gave them. But I did talk to the one coworker today, and she was overwhelmed in tears because when she opened it up, and she was she was just elated that some people that don't even know her that are from our community donated to help them out.
Yeah,
so,
let's Phil Saget. So last week one of Dana's coworkers lost their house
in a fire.
Oh,
Like,
and they literally had
like
what they had
the
on their
clothes
back
out,
when they
went out of the house in the morning. That's all they had left.
So we did a little fundraiser to try and get them some stuff that they need till insurance kicks in. And you guys, we're a small channel, but you guys came through. I was really surprised at how much came in. And again, we don't want to call people out because
not everybody would like to donate as well.
I think did we pin that in the comments?
We pinned it, but if you I can send you the link. It's like because we still have been taking at work if people donate to us. Like if they're donating to us personally, we're just going out and getting gift cards and then just sending it and taking them, because I work in the same building with her still. So but if you want, I can give you my Venmo or my PayPal.
Are they still in the hotel, or they are
still in the hotel? They're hoping next week they'll be able to get in an Airbnb. And now this is something that's happened now that's crazy. Is my coworker is a diabetic. Her medication was gone because it's refrigerated.
Oh yeah,
all gone. So now she's dealing with insurance companies and the doctors trying to get the coverage to get new medication. So now her blood sugars are out of whack. So she's not doing well. I said if I could donate some of my fast acting, I would, but I can't. But so now she's got to deal with all that on top of the stress of everything else. So it's just been one thing after another. And so, but to all of you, like I said, they very much appreciated it. A lot of the gift cards, what I did is I did a big one, went to Myers. Wow. And then the smaller ones I did for restaurants.
Because you can buy clothes and groceries and everything.
You could buy clothes,
right across the street
groceries. You could buy like household items, anything's toiletries, all that. And then the smaller ones I did for gift cards for them. So, but like I said, she was overwhelmed, and thanked you. So
yep, thank you all. Sorry, Sada Guy, that was a brief distraction, but we did need to give that update.
No, absolutely, yeah.
So,
my absolute condolences for her. That must be, for the family. That must be horrible.
Well, they have an autistic 20-year-old daughter. Yeah. They had 3 cats. One did not survive. The other one had to have CPR, but the 2 little kittens survived. It just was like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like when we say a regular hotel room, it's not a suite. It doesn't have a little kitchenette. Nothing. Like it's 1 room, 2 beds. Kind of similar to where we stayed at Brushy Mountain.
Because they can't. It's just the 3 of them and the kitty, or the 2 kitties, and because they have to pay for everything outright until the insurance kicks in. So. Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back into our topic of Omar. So I guess one reason I wanted to have you on, and you and I, we did have a chat about this a couple weeks ago. You and I talked on the side, and I was going to kind of clickbait title this, like me and you were going to fight and whatnot, but I was like, no, I can't do that. Like,
are we not?
No, we're not going to fight.
It was just sad because I was like, dang, I was ready for the popcorn.
We're going to show that 2 people can disagree potentially on things and still be friends at the end of the day and talk civilly. So that's, but I think, so I guess my overall premise was, so when Omar came out with this, this is where I'm trying to think of where I was at before we talked about the fire update. Yeah, Michael, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. If I haven't said so yet, appreciate it. So when he came out with this, and he said, and you kind of went at him for this, and I know that you do things from a comedy standpoint, like but he said he got a message from God. And you kind of picked on that, which I understand that's your gig. But I do, because I've had a similar experience where I felt that I've got a message from God before.
Right.
And it was like a dream, but very, very different. You know what I mean? Like it's more like, it wasn't like God walked into the room and said, "Hey Jeff, what's up? Me and you got to talk." It was more of just a moment of like complete clarity. Does that make sense? Like, just like bam, it like a complete clear direction on something that I was struggling with at the time. You know what I mean? Just like it just hit me all of a sudden. And I know, like, so what would you say to somebody that has an experience like that? I think I know what you would say, but I don't want to speak for you.
I can give a joke answer here, but I'm gonna cut straight to it and give the serious answer. I think it's fantastic if that has brought you comfort, if that's brought you meaning, if that's brought you purpose, if that is something that has changed you for the better, then who am I or anybody else to take that away from you? Ultimately, it doesn't matter what I or anyone else thinks. It only matters. Now, if you've taken that sort of experience, and this is my thing, if something like that happens to you and it has a positive outcome for you in your life and all the rest of it, fantastic. That's great. There are some people that will have those kind of experiences, and it can have a very negative. God told them to do something, and you hear this all the time. From some people who they say God told them to.
Yeah.
Even as much as like that's something that your ex-president George Bush, I believe, I might be wrong here, but I believe he said, God told me to invade Iraq. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So it's kind of like it's a little bit of a case-by-case kind of thing. Yeah. I know you. I know you're a good guy. And I know that if you've had experience like that, that's going to have a good, positive outcome for you and probably something you needed, because ultimately you're a good person. If you're a bad person, well, I don't know, there's even some examples where religion can make some people just do bad things as well. Like, there's lots of, I'm not necessarily going to pick, I'm going to try not to pick on Christianity when I say this. Just faith in general can make some people do unspeakable things. Yeah. Unspeakably cruel things. And that doesn't necessarily even, you can explore that further, and that can just go on to political ideologies. That can go on to all sorts. But I'm going to try my best to keep it within the prism of faith. And I understand that people's counter argument to this could be, well, what about, it's all whataboutisms? What about fascism? What about communism? What about socialism? What about... Yeah. But I'm going to try and keep it within the prism of faith, since that is what the talking points are with this debate.
And that's one of my big points is I have a, so like I said, I am a Christian. I do believe that man has twisted the actual religion, though. Like all of the denominations, like one thing you said in your video was, I don't know, I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube, but that the Westboro Baptist Church, the God hates, church. Yep. That is an absolute horrible example of, there's nothing Christian going on at that church.
Yeah, and this is one of the things I like about a lot of mainstream Christianity is how quick they were to denounce them or separate themselves from that and go, they don't speak for us, and they're very vocal about that, which is great.
Yeah, they don't speak for me. That is the opposite of what Christianity really is. And later on today, guys, I'm not preaching to anybody or anything like that, but I will explain at some point what the Christian religion means to me and how a lot of Christians have twisted it. Okay, so let's get back to Omar for a second. So he's saying that, he's screwed up by ghost hunting, and ghost hunting is a sin. And the only reason, so like a lot of the stuff that he said, I actually struggled with at one point. But I actually came to a different conclusion than he did because of the context of the scripture he was using. You know what I mean? Like he took Bible verses out of context. And I think not just him and not just that topic, but a lot of Christians do that. Like they'll quote one verse that he quoted, was from Leviticus. That was a specific law for that people at the time. That has nothing to do with anybody today. Like that's where a lot of the
I got to admit, for me and a lot of people who are not religious, as soon as the argument comes from the standpoint of quoting Bible verses, we stop listening.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It just becomes white noise. We don't really take in what the Bible verse says because ultimately that's great for you, but it doesn't. If I don't believe it, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
So I would like. So if you want to argue your point, don't quote scripture. Try and like debate within the reality that we live in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I'll explain it more later, but there's a specific reason why I say these guys that run around quoting these Old Testament Bible verses drive me insane because, like I said, that's in the Bible for history reasons. You know, it's not how to live. That's not in there. You know, there's examples and stories and whatnot, but it's not like a law on how you need to live. That was for those people at that specific time and whatnot. I do want to say this too real quick, though, since he's still in here. Spaghetti alla paranormale, and I always say that wrong. He is coming out with a video on the Omar Gosh situation. He's doing a reaction next week. I think he said it's coming out next week, but he sent me a advanced look, and I agree with almost everything he said in that. So just everybody go. There's some things I'm going to avoid tonight because I don't want to step on his toes and the points he's going to make. But everybody check that out next week when it comes. And if you guys haven't seen, we're wrestlers now. That was pretty damn exciting.
That was pretty cool.
So, okay, what else can we fight about? Okay, what's that say? I think for me it was Omar. It was Omar did mean what he said. I think he did too. Okay, so here's another point that I wanted to make. When somebody comes out and says that they're a Christian or announces they're a Christian, a lot of times then people start judging them immediately. Well, you're doing this, you're doing that. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, same rings true for atheists.
Yeah. Yep.
Like no matter what you label yourself at, you're going to get a certain amount of judgment. I just wanted to say that, but carry on.
No, that's the truth. Everybody, you know, and I try not to because there for a while, like I was a judgmental prick, you know, like in the church. Like I was not, and I saw a friend of mine acting like I did, and I was like, is that what I look like? Wow. You know, this was a short time. It was, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, but I'm glad I saw that in me. You know what I mean? Because that led me to change to like, okay, you don't need to be like that. That's bad. You know, I don't need to shove my beliefs down everybody's throat and tell them they're sinning because they're doing this while at the other, you know, I'm doing this other thing over here that I think is fine. But you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And there's a lot of Christians that do that. And I think they give the religion a bad name or the faith, you know, so.
I will equally extend an olive branch with that. And I don't like atheists like the Richard Dawkins followers who automatically kind of say, because you're of a certain faith, that automatically makes you a bad person. And I do think there are atheists that think that. Mm-hmm. No, I think if you're a bad person, regardless of what your belief system is, you're going to be a bad person. I think if you're a bad person and you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever it is, you're going to interpret these ancient texts negatively, without any kind of positivity.
Right.
If you're an atheist and you're a bad person, you're just going to be a fucking piece of shit. You know, ultimately, what I will say is that I don't think I don't like in saying everything I just said there, I don't like the moralistic standpoint, whether it be you're an atheist or a Christian, where you say, like, if an atheist says, oh, if you are of a certain faith, that makes you bad because you're either homophobic or, you know, whatever it might be. And equally, I don't like, bless you. Equally, I don't like when Christians or Muslims or whatever strain of religion you want to call it say, well, as an atheist, you have no moralistic structure, you have no belief system, therefore, you know, you must be an immoral person. It's a silly argument.
No,
it's such a bad argument.
Yep.
And it's as bad for when atheists do that as it is when religious people do that. And it's something that we should just like, ultimately, you're a good person, you're a good person, you're a bad person, you're a bad person.
Right.
And if there are some people out there, and I'll give religion this as well, there are some people out there who say, hey, I was a bad person and religion made me a good person. From all standpoints, they do seem like it does seem to be true. Congratulations, that's fantastic. And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to take religion away from anyone. Like, if that's your faith, that's your faith. Annoyingly, my fan just cut out again. It only has a battery life of half an hour. And now that it's run out, it's made my face feel even fucking hotter.
It kind of looked like Side-Eye Guy dreadlocks there for
Trying to take it off my
Damn it. Do you have other options for a fan?
Nope, I'm just going to sweat in my mask like usual. Let me have a look. What's the humidity right now? It feels, whatever the humidity is, it's going to be 10 times that when you're wearing a mask. Right now, the humidity where I'm at is... Oh, it's actually not that bad. It's only 50%.
Okay. That's not horrible.
Just feels horrible. Carry on.
Yeah. So, here's this person, Linda says, I was raised Roman Catholic, so basically it was do as I say, not as I do, and feel guilty about just existing. Yes, the Roman Catholic. Okay, so here's another point that I wanted to make. I think the Roman Catholic Church has twisted Christianity, if that makes sense. Because like I said, I have what I believe is the true faith. The true faith is this. Christ died on the cross for your sins. And all you have to do is believe that in your good. It's not a list of rules. It's not this and that. But the Catholics have turned that into, you've got to not eat meat on Fridays during Lent. They've got all these rules that are like, that's not what it is. And in the Bible, it does say, those that live by the law will die by the law. Basically meaning, like, if you try and turn the New Testament, into a law book, you're not going to pass. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible to turn that into a law book, if that makes sense. And I think that's where a lot of Christians miss the boat, because that's where they run around judging people, because they say this verse says this, like you said, you don't like scripture being quoted to you. But that's where I think the mistakes are made, is when they say, well, you're sinning because you do this, and this is where it says it. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's not what it's about. It's about simple faith. It's that easy, in my opinion. And I think religions and denominations have twisted it into a bunch of crap. And I think, and going back to Omar, so I think let's say it sounded like, and maybe you agree with this or not, do you think he's new to his faith, or do you think this has been something like, what do you think about where he's at with his faith? Or is he just totally using it for something? Because he's not going to gain the views that he did doing the paranormal stuff.
Oh, yeah. Though that's not going to get him the views that it used to, but it might get him the donations.
Okay.
That it won't get it, what I think he might have just kind of washed his hands, saying, I'm probably never going to get the views I used to get. He's been doing YouTube, I think, for 7 or 8 years. Mm-hmm. He was massive at one stage.
Oh, yeah.
And been kind of going down and down and down and down and down. So I think this is more, and like Christians donate big to other Christians.
Oh yeah, yes, they do.
That's definitely a thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting a lot of private donations from this. Yep. I can't prove that. Want to make that abundantly clear. That's just a theory, hypothesis, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, I've got nothing to back that up with. But it's like, but we do know Christians are very charitable to other Christians or other Christian organizations.
Well, look at all those rich televangelist pastors from back in the day. They were rolling it. Bob Larson's one.
Yeah.
He's making money hand over fist right now.
Big business.
Yeah.
For evangelical preachers. Big. I mean, we're talking big business.
Yep.
And to me, they're outright scam artists.
Yeah. Faith
healers, outright scam artists. Yep. Like, there's a lot of strains within the Christian doctrine, Christian faith, especially in America, there's a lot of strains off that, which we don't really seem to get here, or at least they're not as popular. Whether when I say here, Australia and the UK, I mean. As far as like Omar, I don't buy it. If the biggest criticism I made to him in that video is that if you really believe this stuff, you have to take it. There's no other way around it, and I cannot. No one's even attempted to come at me with a counter argument to this point I've made as well. Not that I've seen anyway, and I would very much like to hear one. If you are going to use Bible verses, if you're going to preach, if you're going to condemn, if you're going to judge people who do ghost hunting content, you're going to say it's luring you away from Christ and the one true God, all that stuff, and you are literally profiting from your former videos, and you're not only profiting, you're re-uploading them, and then they're all still on your channel. Bullshit.
That'd be like the owner of Budweiser coming out and saying, you know what, drinking is a sin. I found God. You guys shouldn't be drinking. Well, then if that's your stance, you need to shut down the company. You know what I mean? You can't still run Budweiser. You know, and you know, that's what's making your income.
The thing is,
come out with that stance. You've got to make a change.
I like that analogy, but it's even easier for Omar, because if you think about the Budweiser thing, it's like, you know, oh, there's a whole board of people, there's a whole bunch of investors, a whole bunch of employees. There are some moralistic kind of like things to think about. It's like, oh, if I just shut down the company, how many people are going to lose their job, etc., etc. It's just Omar. This is one of the beautiful things about YouTube. It's just him. It's all on it, and that's the thing. There's no other way around it. It's just him, and it's like, you know, you got this on two big points on this. Like, you know, why it's so incredibly hypocritical what he's doing is, one, you know, he's directly making money of this, and surely that is a huge sin if you're making money on what you are saying is talking to demons, for fuck's sake. The second is if you are really against this line of teaching and you want to lure people away from it, surely you got to recognize that your videos are going to encourage or influence or make people curious on the very thing that you're against. Because
those videos in the algorithm are going to be pushed way more than his last one. I mean, people are going to
pushing the algorithm, but there's like Omar's done one video, maybe he's done another since, I don't know, but he's like, I mean, even if there's some I haven't seen, let's just say a handful of videos.
It's kind of funny too.
He has hundreds spanning over years, hundreds of videos,
and it's kind of funny too. It's kind of funny too. So like, in that video, he directed, so he basically said he's going to start doing religious content, but not on the Omar Gosh channel. He started a second channel where he's directing people to go like and subscribe that. And that's where they get into like Bible studies and things like that. It's like, if you really believe that, you'd put it on your main channel that's got the 4 million followers or however many he's got. He's got a bunch. So that bugged me too. Like I said, had we talked about this a few weeks ago, it might have been a little more debatey. And then after rewatching your take on it, I'm like, God damn, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm just going to have a quick look on his channel, like the Omar Gosh one, since that video came out.
You said you're spending the night here.
Whoops, sorry. I just want to see. Sorry.
What was
so
that?
He's since that video, that was on my end. I just want to say, like that has gotten 222,000 views. That video.
Okay.
Since then, he's 4, 5, 6. He's uploaded 7 videos. The last one was a day ago. Yeah, what you said, playing the most dangerous app.
Yeah.
Ends very badly, not clickbait. Yes,
right.
It is.
Yeah.
I found a terrifying hidden message everyone missed. Playing the most dangerous app backfires. Abandoned asylum with everything left behind.
Yep.
And
I did watch part of that. That wasn't ghost hunting. I did because I was like, dude, if you're doing a ghost hunting video, like, come on, man.
Isn't it funny how, given the context of his channel, you could interpret all of these ads being ghost hunting videos?
Oh yeah. Yes, for sure.
I'm sure a lot of them are just, Randomica and Urbex kind of type videos. I'm sure they are, but he's still got. I mean, to be fair, they're probably not ghost hunting videos. So if at very least he stops uploading ghost hunting videos, that's one thing that I can give him that.
Yeah.
But why are the others still on his channel blows my mind.
Yep.
It's so the double standards are so incredibly blatant.
Mm-hmm. But here's another point too. I guess what I wanted to kind of defend real Christians and real Christianity here for a little bit is that when somebody comes out and says they're a Christian, they are immediately, we talked about this for a second, but like everybody says that from that day forward, you need to totally change overnight every aspect of your life. So if he were to come out in 2-3 weeks or something like that, or maybe even 2-3 months and delete all of his ghost hunting stuff, I would think, okay, maybe there was something more legit to this video that he put out. Because it's like, okay, maybe it hit him then.
No, yeah, absolutely. If he deleted all of his ghost hunting stuff, I would say, wow, this guy really has put his money where his mouth is, and I would actually congratulate him on that.
I would too. Yep.
I still wouldn't quite like the judgmental tone he took on with his takes on that. I still am a little bit like, where he sort of says, "Oh, it's you're." thanks, Mike.
No, they're friends.
Where you're kind of like, what you're doing is evil, and what you're doing is wrong, and what you're doing is reprehensible. I don't like some of that. Some of that rhetoric that he was sort of spewing, but 100%. For me, it's like, there's way worse bloody things out there that we should be trying to fix than.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
yeah,
if he was to delete his videos, I was like, wow, he really means this. It's way more impactful, but he didn't,
right?
Because he's full of shit.
But hopefully he will. I'm holding out hope.
He might do it. It's a month ago now. I'm looking here. I don't think so.
Let me ask you this. Wait, hang on a second. Mrs. Boo has been ignored. Yeah, she has been.
You guys, okay, this is funny.
What do you think about the topic?
No. This is hysterical. You guys have no idea. I'm talking to people in the chat because you guys are just and I never can get what was the original? Wait, here was the original one you guys totally missed. Where's it at? Oh yeah, here it is.
You act as if I can see the screen. Yeah, no, I did miss that.
Yeah, but there's been quite a few things I put up there that you guys have
She's been talking shit about us in the chat, Seg.
And you guys, but I'm like, no, because I know, and I even said when you two get together, this is what happens.
I'm the guest. I just answer the question.
No. It's funny because it's like I'm just in the chat.
But the thing is, though, you haven't watched Omar.
Exactly, and
do you even know who he is?
I do, but I don't watch that stuff. So it makes it funnier because when we do these shows, it could be like. Hence why I brought my bowl of popcorn because I knew it would be like this. And so I'm just laughing because it's like, I'm just communicating in the comments. Because at one point I even said, what could I do? What things could I say about Jeff tonight?
You're probably going to set a lot.
Because I know you're not paying. You don't pay attention to any of this when you
and Seg are going. I see it, but if we're in a conversation, I can't just.
Okay, you really saw it because how many things did you see me put up that said Mrs.
I didn't see
Boo?
them all.
You didn't see them all? No. Exactly.
No. Sorry.
That's my point.
That's a fault of mine.
I'm just going to go.
Yeah, it's supposed to be me and Sada got fighting tonight, but now it's me and Dana. Although we fought last week. We got a little chirpy last week.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we got a little chirpy last week on our. And we do a show at the same time Seg does his live show.
I know, yeah, because that was a thing too. It's like, why does he always pick an hour after we start our show?
No, he was on the same time we were last week.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, so yeah.
We're not shaming anyone.
Oh, see, here we go. First time Seg has ever caught. Very true.
That's because Dana's here. It's not because of me, because you guys have all know. Seg, I actually think that how late was I in the chat that Christmas thing? Or was it the live stream we did for charity? Like, I was 20 some minutes behind.
Oh yeah, all the time.
It was bad, dude.
It's easy done. It's easy done.
But
that's why I'm here, because I try to keep up with it.
That was the first time we had there was 140 people watching us at the max point, which we were not used to that, dude. We normally it's 50 or less, and so I didn't know what to do, and it was bad. I was 20 minutes behind in the chat.
Jeff never watches the chat. I have to watch the chat.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, but it's funny because when usually we have a guest on, you probably people probably have realized I don't really interact with it because I'm doing chat. But with this one, I knew it was I know I'm not going to get an edge word.
But do you have any thoughts on what we're talking about? But that being said, Dana has not seen the video, video. But no. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, from experience of knowing other people that have done kind of the same kind of crap, it's like, prove it, show me, because the one person that we have in mind, it was like, okay, you say you're going to do this to make it right, prove it.
Right.
He's actually done. I mean, he is actually doing that. He's doing what he said he was going to do.
This other person, not Omar.
Yeah, not Omar, a different person. But kind of the same situation. It was like, all right, you need to prove it to us. He outlined what he was going to do. He has been following those steps, and he is showing he left the paranormal. He's doing the steps.
Do I know who we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Who? Oh, yes, yeah.
And
I'll give the guy props. I'll even actually talk about that a little bit.
But he's wrote us, and then saying that he was going to change his ways.
Well, let's give a little backstory. So there was Seg, I'm sure you know that I am these fake priests and fake exorcists drive me insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was one guy that I called out multiple times, and he was all like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm legit. I'm real. I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other thing. And then a couple months ago, he sent me an email that was a book. And it basically said, everything you said about me, you were right. My degrees are not legit. I'm not an exorcist. I'm not an archbishop. I'm not this. I'm not that. So but he actually has changed. He stopped doing paranormal stuff. He stopped, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
and that's kind of what I think we need from Omar Gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel bad for you. If you want to take that off and turn your little icon on instead, because I feel like you're dying over there.
No, it's not. It's not Biff. Never would it be that.
No, it was not Biff.
Definitely not Biff. But he's really. But even because I see his TikToks.
Yeah, he's changed.
He's changed.
Legit changed.
Really changed. So, kudos.
Someone else.
Huh?
What's that?
Biff has changed, or
no. The person we're talking about. But watching his TikToks and everything, to see that he has put himself out there, he is changing. So it's for us, it's good job. I will keep continually watching, and the only reason we didn't subscribe to all his stuff was okay, if you're going to change, let's see it. And so this way we can see that he actually is. And he is
proving it. He's
proving what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Now on the Omar side, he's an idiot.
Dana's limited knowledge of Omar Gosh is he's an idiot. Okay, so let's get to that one point of truth that Omar said in his video. The part where when he started, he felt the pressure as the views went up to create more sensationalized content.
That was very close to him saying he's faking his shit, isn't it?
Yes. Yep. That was that. So that was the one thing that he said that was absolute truth, is that the pressure to make better, more excitable videos got him to do the things that he did. So
yeah,
what are we doing?
Yeah, there's no doubt. It makes complete sense, isn't it? It's which is why his videos he's one of those ones where every single thing is a demon. he's getting scratched, he's getting attacked, he's getting, all this crazy stuff happening to him week in, week out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be like fans of his channel that won't see that as a confession, but I very much do.
Yeah. Yep. Or though, with his new argument, he could say, see, we really were talking to demons, because that's part of his, we're not talking to people that have passed away. We're talking to demons. So
he could say, hey, demons. That's the thing. Another thing I think I said in my live stream where I'm like, he could even say, hey, since I faked all this stuff, so I wasn't really talking to demons or ghosts or anything like that, and therefore, like, what I did wasn't that bad. That could be a way. That could be his out.
Yeah. Yep.
To say, hey, this was all entertainment. I faked everything. I'm not really this bad guy that was talking to demons.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of demons, we got one down there laying in the corner. What the hell, Boo? Thank you, Sky Talker, for the gifted membership. Appreciate it.
Hell was that?
That's the dogs. They're like, Boo's probably not getting licked in the face enough. I don't know.
There, I pinned it, Candy. Thank you.
You pinned what?
The link.
Okay. Let's start. So, guys, if you guys got any questions for either of us, go ahead and ask them in the comments. I know we haven't 1000% paid attention to the chat, but Crease says, I always think Jeff is too nice. Yeah, I can be a prick if I have to be. But there's things where, like, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but as time has passed, it's like, all right, man, you're letting me down. You know what I mean? So he doesn't care about paranormal clashing with his religion. The moment he talked about his divorce payout, he made it clear. Yeah, he did stress that divorce payout. Do you think that was a plea for people to send him money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think all of this is a plea for people to send him money. Jesus Christ.
The dogs are fighting. Stop it. You're interrupting the show.
They're enjoying themselves, though.
I think all of it is a plea for Omar to bring people more money. That's really what I think. I think that's what it's always been about with Omar. Am I saying his faith is totally insincere? No. No, I don't think that, but I do think
that was me.
If he could kill two birds with one stone, he will. If he could, still make some money out of it, he will.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sky Talker, for the gifted membership. And that's my thing too. Like, I would have liked to seen that video as the starting point in him getting better, but I'm not seeing that so far. But I don't want to judge too harshly.
I will.
That's totally fine. So we do have a question. Seg, have you recovered from your long walk to the airport after being booted out of Kaganalis's place? Yes.
You know what? Have you got a werewolf?
Maybe.
Wait, I really wish we could put a camera on this, because they're doing this, and then Bubba's giving her a bath.
Yeah, then
This is how they do this every night. Every night.
Her face, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he just gives her kisses and cleans her, and
Boo's like, that's not the right spot.
No, and then she starts growling, so she moves over to another spot. Every night.
Sandra, I'm going to blame this on Anderson and Cag. I don't know what's happened. It really hurts. I showed Dana and Jeff this earlier, but you can sort of see here. I don't know what's going on, but I've got like this weird, like on this one, it's like obviously normal. It hurts like hell. I don't know if it's fluid in there or something. But I'm blaming that one. I'm blaming that one.
I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say this. If they hurt you and you need help, just do this. So at any point in this video, okay, so apparently we've got a situation where I think cops need to be involved. I think they hit him with a bat. That could explain the elbow.
Yeah, they're abusive like that.
But that was a harsh video. I felt bad for you. They made you walk. They wouldn't even drive you to the airport. They wouldn't let you go.
Wait, what?
All of them, awful.
Yeah, it was Paranormal Quest too. Let's throw them under the bus.
Yeah, I know, right? You'd expect
They don't get a pass.
They seriously made him off. Okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him go investigate with them.
Why?
At this location.
Because they're awful people.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Apparently.
So everybody go and subscribe from Adelaide Haunted Horizons and Paranormal Quest.
Unsubscribe.
And then unsubscribe and then come back and join us. And if you guys know everybody involved, don't do that. Or do that, whatever you choose. Okay, so what do you all think about the interview Taryn and Steve did with John Zaffis? Did you get to watch that?
I still haven't seen it, and I've had so many people say I've got to watch it.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
After this live stream, I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch it.
I like John Zaffis. I've met him in person. Very nice guy. But that being said, I sent him a message about coming on the show, and he read it, but he totally ignored it after he had agreed to it one other time before. But I wanted to see, because that's him and Tony have been going back and forth, in social media pretty hardcore lately. So, and him and Ryan Buell too. So maybe he just didn't want to come on and talk about that because I was going to give him the chance to talk about it. But he kind of said in a very nice way without saying it that the Warrens were full of shit in a lot of cases. And he was their nephew. So, he's Ed's nephew.
Yeah.
And he was around the Warrens a lot. So, yeah, I definitely recommend going and watching that.
Yeah, that's on my... Everyone should go watch it. I think I've been told by lots of people that it's a really good interview.
And it's not on Stevie's channel. It's on Paranormal Brew. Just so everybody knows, if you want to go find that, go over there.
Taryn's awesome as well.
Yeah, she's cool. Yep, she's done some good stuff too. I've kind of watched her a little bit on and off throughout the years, but yeah, she does some good stuff. So how do you think this will affect James the Fam and his fans that he has said he faked everything? What's your opinion on that?
He faked everything outright, but the Fam has been struggling for quite a while, from my understanding. I don't know. Maybe now he has a full-time job. I don't know, but if Omar's struggling, the Fam's really struggling.
Yeah, as he should be. I mean, like I'm going to be that's a horrible channel. Like the Fam, it's disgusting. It's worse than Omar, at least. So what? Maybe you disagree with me on this. I think Omar seems like he's a likable guy.
So it's interesting. The very first time I ever covered Omar Gosh, I came away with it thinking he seemed like a nice, likable guy. And the number, I won't say anyone's names here, but the number of people that have come back to me and sort of said that Omar's not a good guy.
Oh,
He's he wears clothing, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But then, to be fair, I've never had any. He's never messaged me, never responded to me. I've had no connection, correspondence with him in any way. So I don't like forming an opinion on someone without meeting them or having any kind of interaction with them, directly.
Okay, Dana's pushing me to get to the next question. See, when Dana doesn't get to talk much, she's really on these questions.
I'm a Nazi when it comes to. Oh, I shouldn't say that word.
And answer this.
I'm very on the comments.
So I feel like Omar is trying to go the route of televangelist, but YouTube style. What do you think?
I agree. I think that's exactly what he's trying to do.
You think so?
I wouldn't be surprised if in time he just becomes a preacher.
So do you think he's trying to just, as he's fading out of his Omar Gosh channel, trying to point people to the new channel to make that one the big one? Because it is all Bible study on that second channel. Him and his new wife or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know the kind of donations he gets for all that stuff. I reckon it's pretty too. I'd love to know.
Yeah, but see, I don't know. I'm trying to think if they're live streams or just videos that they do. I don't know. I haven't seen any donations. But then again, I only spent 10 minutes on it.
Well, also a lot of them will be private, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, Pinky wants to know: did you get bit by a mozzie? What is a mozzie?
Mosquito. Nah, I get bit by mosquitoes all the time. That's not a mozzie. That's not a mozzie bite. That is something.
How long did that take to go from nothing to that?
I caught like.
Well, it was hurting for a while. So I was I had one of those days where I was editing all day. And what I thought happened is that I was just leaning my elbows on the desk for a while, and I felt a bit sore. And then I don't know. The last couple, it's better today than it was yesterday. Yesterday,
it's a fluid cyst. Then you need to go get it drained.
Yeah,
take it from somebody that had that happen, like on their knee. So
let's break internet history. Go get you a needle.
No. No.
That would have been good content.
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
Apparently, Miss Boo says no. I was going to have to poke it.
I don't think I'll be doing that anyway. But
I would be like,
I'm going to give it a couple more days. I'm hoping it will
just
go down.
No, because it can get really infected. Don't do that. No.
This is Side Guy, not Dawson.
I don't care. No, do I have to call Dawson on you? No, don't do that. Medical person here. Do not do that. Go get it.
All right. When I'm done with this, I'll get hold of my doctor.
Yes, thank you.
A lot of times Dawson will message Dana and be like, Dana, I think I fucked up. And then I hear him talking. It's like,
no.
Doing?
Wait. Let's do the whole story. Jeff and Dawson will be talking. The first thing out of his mouth is, Jeff, don't tell Dana.
Then we start whispering.
Then they start talking. And then if I come in the room, what you talking about? Oh, no, we're talking about da-da-da. Then a few days later, Dawson goes on a little, wherever he goes, little trip. And then a couple days later, he's like, Dana, I fucked up. I think I fucked up.
He wanted me to go. The first time he went to that vampire motel.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, okay, don't tell Dana where I'm going. But here's where I'm going. And this is what I'm going to do, and I want you to go with me.
Well, now it's funny because I laid into him about he has to let somebody know if he's going by himself or whatever. He has to give somebody his
and he
location.
Did share his location with us.
So now when he does something, all of a sudden we get a ping because he shares his location, so we know where he's at. So if something happens, we at least know where he's at. Yep. Say, hey, go find his body there.
But then another time too, this is a classic Dawson. Should we talk about this? Where he
well, I don't care.
So we can talk about this. I didn't know if this was a private conversation.
No, that one was, it kind of was, but not really. I mean, you know what? It's Dawson.
He's not going to.
We talked about it though with Dawson on the show before, so we're good.
Sky Talker with the one gifted. So do you want to tell the audience what Dawson?
So did? Dawson.
Thank you, Sky.
After he got so this is this is the question I got. He goes, I think I did something that I shouldn't have. So I'm like,
what is that?
Boo, what are you doing?
Hang on, time out. We have a dog situation. She's getting at something she's not supposed to.
She might be need water. I don't know. I have to go check. So he's talked to Jeff, and so it was like, I need to talk to Dana. All right.
Yeah, he went straight to you with this.
Yeah, he didn't even. He was like, I need to talk to Dana. It's like, okay, what's going on? He goes, well, no, actually, he started telling you, and you're like, you stopped and said, no, this is a Dana situation. This ain't me. So somebody, a fan, doesn't know this person, never met them, just knows them from
a
online.
Fan that is a witch.
That's a witch. Sends him stuff.
Nothing against witches.
Nothing against witches. Somebody that could put a hex, a spell, something on stuff. So he gets some stuff from this person. So Dawson, when he gets it, he said, I don't know, something came over me and I wanted to put it in my mouth. I'm like, Dawson, why would you put something in your mouth that somebody sent you that you don't even know? Because I don't know.
It was crystals.
A crystal. Yeah, right? You have a mask on, and I can still see the response.
The look I'm giving under this mask.
I can imagine.
We can actually see it with the mask on.
And I'm like, Dawson, are you crazy? he's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, Dawson, no, it doesn't matter. If anybody sends you something, you don't put it in your mouth. It was like, Dawson.
That's something we tell our 2-year-old.
Yeah, I was like, Dawson, that's what I said. Would you do that? Would you let your daughter do that? No. I'm like, well, why would you do it? He goes, I just felt impelled to do it. I said, do you think maybe it was cursed or hexed or had a spell on it? And he goes, I didn't think about that. I'm like,
yeah, so Dawson, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about where the bloody hell were those crystals?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know where they've been. And that's why I told him, I said, before you do anything with crystals, you got to cleanse them. He was like, I do what? I said, you got to cleanse them. I said, if somebody, you don't know what juju somebody put on there. So you have to make sure you remove the juju before you do anything with them.
But as well, if I'm not sure what you do to remove hexes and all the rest of it, but at least like pour them all in boiling water and let them dry. Like,
but yeah. So it was just like, but so that started the love-hate relationship, which I love Dawson, but that kind of started where people thought, oh my God, Dana hates Dawson.
No,
because I'd always be yelling at him for Dawson doing stupid stuff, but he's gotten. Yeah, he's gotten much better. He had a few more times he would go and do things, and then afterwards he'd be like, Dana, I need your help. And it's like, what'd you do now? I mean, literally it would always be like, what'd you do now, Dawson? And it would happen for a while, but now he's gotten wiser. He's gotten a little bit more mature, not much, but a little bit, just a little bit, where now, before he does something, he'll ask me. He goes, "Okay, what if?" And I'm like, "Okay." So now we have scenarios. Now, he recently asked me something, and it was like we were busy doing something, so I really couldn't respond. Like I really couldn't do what I needed to do. But I gave him like the short version of what we could do. And so he did what I told him, which was like, good job. Go on. Get up there. Oh, get up. Okay, I'll hold it. Go on. There you go. So I actually, oh, you want the popcorn. That's all you want. So I actually, no, and so it was like, okay, that worked. And so he's gotten to the point now, before he does things, he does ask questions, and we have him set up so now that after, like, if something does happen, he knows how to take care of things, but then call me afterwards and I walk through the rest of it if it's something that he wasn't sure of. But he does at least question stuff before he does it, which I'm like, kudos to him, because some of the stuff he's done, it's like, Dawson, seriously? I'm like, I like literally sometimes I'm shaking my head with some of the stuff he does. So, but yeah, it's Dawson. But that one was my first. I think that one about sent me over the edge with him. I'm like, Dawson, she could have, because then he had something, he felt funny or something after. I'm like, do you think it could have been hexed? It could have been cursed. It could have been a spell. It could have been put in something. You don't know where that crystal's been. And yeah, it's Dawson.
It's Dawson.
It's Dawson.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's gross. That's gross.
Yeah. But it's Dawson. So
getting back to this, I will get this looked at.
Yes, because when it comes, like when you get fluid like on a joint like that, it can do a lot of damage quickly, unfortunately.
Oh, you gotta get down.
So
come on, get down.
Even though I don't work in orthopedic, hi, sweet.
Did you coax her to get up there?
No, she got up there. I just held the chair for her.
Okay.
And she's sweet.
All right. Now I got to pick her up. I don't know how I'm going to get her over there without.
If you guys could see the look she's giving him, like,
on,
no.
Yeah, we can see the look.
Get down. Get down.
So when we do our top five should be interesting tonight.
If we do it,
we have to do the top five because I got something on here that has to be discussed. So, but yeah, so he has he's gotten better about asking about stupid stuff before he does it. So yeah, it's much better.
All right, are we missing questions or?
I'm kind of scrolling through because I was a little behind because I was discussing that and getting Boo in the chair.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything else that you want to ask me about my thoughts on the Omar thing, or do you got any more thoughts on it? Because we discussed it. But...
thing, and it's very controversial. This might be where we fight. I don't know.
Fight.
So one of the points I made, I just want to know your thoughts on this. One of the points I made with the Omar thing is when he starts having a go at people who are like, remember, all of his friends on YouTube also still do this, like Kelsey Davies or the fam and all the rest of it. They all still do the ghost hunting stuff. So he's having a go at quite a few people that he knows. Mm-hmm. One of the points I made on there was that there are way worse things that the Catholic or Christian church have to address, surely, than ghost hunting.
Absolutely.
And I brought up things like,
the Catholic Church and the priests and
the priests and
but like boys.
That aside, there's just I'm just like, and this I understand within OmarGosh, the context of OmarGosh saying this, that it does make sense that he's going to talk about ghost hunting since he's a ghost hunter. But I just think even still, it's like, surely there's so many more. There's bigger, no pun intended. Well, maybe a little bit of a pun intended. There's bigger demons to slay than talking to the walls, essentially.
Right.
I'm just like, but he doesn't. He wouldn't dare address any of that.
Right. And
my kind of attitude is, in general, when it comes to any churches, is clean up your own backyard before you start pointing the finger at others.
So my take on that, in people should know that I went to a Christian school from kindergarten through 12th grade. I went to church for a lot of years, blah, blah, blah. So I've spent a lot of time in church and around the religion and whatnot. Most of the churches that I have gone to have the stance that Omar has on ghost hunting and paranormal stuff. However, I don't think I've ever sat through a sermon like, you shouldn't be paranormal investigating because you're going to go to hell if you do. It's just, they have that stance and they use a lot of the scriptures that he used, but it's not really talked about. It's just like, don't do it. You know what I mean? It's in a lot of times, some of the verses, and that's one thing Spaghetti is going to talk about, is the context of the Bible verses that Omar used. So I'm like avoiding talking about that tonight because I don't want to take away from his video that he's coming out with next week. But yeah, a lot of churches have a stance, but they're not driving that point. Like it's never talked about, unless it comes up, like unless they're asked, what do you think about paranormal investigations? Which not many people are asking at the church. You know what I mean?
And like I say, I understand the context of Omar, of all people, talking about this. That's not lost on me. I still just kind of, it kind of gets a bit frustrating to me that I'm getting this level of judgment of an activity that I personally think is completely harmless. A lot of people enjoy, whether they enjoy the debunking or the entertainment side of it. Like, I would never have a go at Sam and Colby just for the sheer attempt to make a video of ghost hunting. That just seems very reductive.
Right.
Thing to criticize someone for my stance anyway. And there's plenty of people who are religious and Christian who are into ghost hunting. Plenty of people.
Yep.
Like, you got Joe Vitale in here, who's a staunch Christian, who is massively into it. I believe Matt Benton is as well. And, there's a whole, I was going to say Colby is, but he isn't really. There's a few others that that they really are very religious and they're into their ghost hunting.
And I had a pastor.
All the things you want to tell people to change their way on.
Yep.
If that's surely low down the pecking order compared to the things that happen to fucking kids.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. And that and there again, that's not the faith. That's the men that are in the church. You know what I mean? That's the bad people in the church doing that. And I'm talking high up as far as the Pope, my opinion. You know what I mean? Like that, if you know that's going on, you got to stop that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just allow these priests to be moved from church to church and whatnot. But then that's not the faith. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not Christianity doing that. It's the bad people that have gotten into the church. My opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. There's plenty of. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say. I think you're allowed to say PDF file, and I'm being polite on your. I'm on your live stream, so I don't want to get you in trouble. But there's plenty.
I always say things and then say I shouldn't have said that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say the British slang word for it, but I'm not even sure if that's allowed. So PDF, there's like plenty of them in like the public school system. Unfortunately, they just go to where children are where the children are. So it's not necessarily like the priests. I mean, they could if there is such a thing as hell, they all deserve to burn in hell. My criticism is the ring, the PDF file ring that goes around where, like, use it, like they move them around.
Yeah.
And they try and silence the victims and the families.
Yep.
And instead of addressing the issue, because then they got to admit fault, they just try and sweep it under the carpet. And that's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
Yep.
Countless people's lives have been destroyed from this. And an organization as enormous as the Vatican, to have that stance to it is disgusting.
Yes.
So, like, I frankly, I don't want to hear. I don't know. To be fair, I don't actually know what strain of. Maybe he said it. I can't remember what religious strain Omar comes from here. But
he's probably more of a Baptist or a Protestant or.
Right. Okay. So maybe the Vatican stuff doesn't.
My ears hurt.
Yeah. He. I don't think he's Catholic.
Right. Okay. Well, even still, it's like, you know, that stuff happens in their church too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It still happens, and they still just get moved around. Like, that is still a thing. So it's just one of those. When we're talking about moral judgments, until that is fixed, and I mean addressed, take full accountability taken for. Apologies been made, and we're assured that it's never going to happen again. I don't want to hear anyone come at me about what I do for a living, or what I do in my pastime, or what I do, which I essentially think is totally fucking harmless.
Yep, and that's my stance too. Like, as a Christian, I'm not a fan of churches. I'm actually, like, I haven't gone to church in a long time, because the last church I went to was not. It was a bad experience. And I gave my all to that church for about 5 years. I believe it or not, I played in the church band. I played guitar. But it was, looking back at it, it was something I'm glad I did, but it was a bad experience. But I did learn a lot about, like, hey, don't be a prick. You know what I mean? Don't judge people.
I just address that point there? I want to make this very, very clear so no one sues me. At no point have I said that Omar is a PDF file.
Right. No, I didn't take.
I'm making that very, very clear. He's, as far as I'm aware, and I would have no other reason to think he is not, and I've got no reason to think he is. I've never called him that. Like, you know, all I'm saying is that there should be some sort of hierarchy of things to get outraged about.
There's bigger fish to fry. Like, yep. No, and I 1,000% agree with that, but that again. The PDF file thing, nowhere in the Bible or any religious text does it say that is acceptable, at least not in the Christian Bible. You know what I mean? So it's not, it's people doing that within the context of religion, but it's not part of the religion. Like, you know what I mean? I'm hoping I'm making sense.
It's not, that's also a very interesting debate to be had as well, of what's in the holy text to what the church has just made up.
Right. Yes. And the Catholic Church has made up a lot.
A lot. Like, and some of it, again, very damaging. Some of the ways that they got parents to baptize their children very, very young is they created purgatory. That's not in the Bible.
Yep. Nope.
And
nowhere.
It's like, you know, what a horrible thing. Like, if you don't get it, like, they've turned around and said, oh yeah, stillborn children, babies, purgatory because they didn't get a chance to get baptized. I'm like, what are you doing?
The Catholic view of confession is not.
Imagine the torment that would play on a mother and father.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the Catholic view of confession is not biblical. There's a lot of stuff I have a lot of issues with what the Catholic Church has come up with, and that being said, I'm not dogging Catholics. I'm just saying there's a lot of things within the religion that are just like that ain't really part of Christianity. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to say this as well. I've even got issue with the notion that we're all born into sin. I don't like that. I think that's such a negative way of looking at life. That when the moment you're born, you're in sin.
There's a long explanation as to why that is phrased that way. You know what I mean? It's. But that being said, there is something in the Bible too, and I couldn't tell you what or where, but like basically, you're not held accountable for your sins until you're at an age of understanding. You know what I mean? Like a 2-year-old, if they pass away, they're not going to go to hell because they didn't get saved.
Unless they're not baptized.
Because, well, the baptism has nothing to do with it because, like I said, that's not scriptural. But you've got to be at an age of understanding. So that's, one of the things that I've always been
makes sense. Like I would argue the most innocent anyone is at any point in their lives is going to be when they're a bloody baby.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, let's not pretend that any of us are. When we live life, life's difficult. Life has its challenges. We interact with people on a daily basis. At some point, we're going to do something that, at some strain of religion, is going to be considered wrong or sinful.
Oh, I do every day. Every cigarette I take, every drink I drink. It's like I commit tons of sins a day. Every swear word.
I blaspheme. I've been ghost hunting. I make fun of religion, all that stuff. I do all that stuff. So, I would argue that the one time in life where you are guaranteed to go to heaven would be like the first 2 to 3, 4 years of your life.
Yeah. Even more than that, because you're not at an age of understanding when you're 8. You know what I mean? Like you don't.
Yeah.
So I'm like saying like later than that. I'm thinking 12, 13, 14, somewhere like in your teenage years is where you become that age of understanding. It's, but that's my opinion. But all that being said too, I do make it a point that I have my faith. It's between me and God, and that's it. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm not going to say they're wrong. It's like, it's not my place to judge anybody. You know what I mean? Like I have my beliefs, but I'm not like, I don't judge people for their beliefs. I honestly don't. I used to, but I don't.
If we're going to be 100 here, though, it depends on their belief, doesn't it? Like we are going to judge people who have abhorrent beliefs. Like we're going to judge.
Yeah.
Extreme, just to make a point, I'm going to go with the most extreme here, but we're all going to judge the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all going to judge like the extreme levels of Islam, like the real extreme things. We're going to judge people who treat women or homosexuals or I don't know, like discriminate other people who are different, like in very, very harsh ways. We're going to judge like certain countries that have who are governed primarily with religion, where they bring in capital punishment for what we in the West would consider very minor, mundane things. So there is going to be I know I'm using an extreme example, but we do judge.
Yeah, I guess I do. I do. So you're right in that. But you and I talked about this the day that we talked about it, is that people will shit on Christians, but yet Muslims are actually killing gay people, like throwing them off the roof. And no one really, they get a pass.
We're not stupid.
Yeah, I mean, they get
a... okay, this is my take on this as an atheist. I think, in a way, this is something Christians should take, a badge of honor they should wear with pride, is that we can criticize you guys and there's no major fear behind us doing it because
exactly.
you guys can take criticism well, or better than others. Let's say anyway.
Yeah, some can.
Like, you know, like for sure, and you are right. I like, you know, there's lots of examples with this where you could sort of say like the Jerry Springer the musical kind of thing. Like a lot of that they make fun of Christians, and like, would they dare do that about Islam? Would the book, if it was the would Book of Mormon do that with the Quran, the Book of the Quran or whatever? No, you wouldn't. Like, but that is that says more about that faith. And I don't care if it offends anyone. It's just the truth of the matter.
Well, and again, too, I think that's
like, to me, that just says like you guys are able to take criticism and take it well. Sometimes you're able to laugh at it. Sometimes you'll be able to debate back. Sometimes you might not like it, but there's usually no threat of violence.
And I think too, though, like that end of the Muslim religion is the Westboro Baptist Church comparison. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of people that follow the you know, Islam and whatnot, that it is a very positive thing. It's not that negative go, you know. So it's I think all religions have extremes and you know, whatever. So
there's bad apples, and like I said at the very beginning, there's bad apples within atheism or agnosticism. You know, you could even make the argument that what happened with Stalin's Russia, that was a very secular political structure there, and they didn't want, and that was, you know, out and out atheism, and there's still horrendous things that happen there. Like if you've got a bad, is that funny?
Yeah, she's got some side conversation going on or something. She's talking a lot of shit in the chat. I don't know.
What is it, Jeff?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this. So not to cut you off, but I experienced something new for the first time this weekend. We went out and watched a band at a bar.
Yeah.
Wait. No. How did you start this? The adventure?
No, that's what I was going to get into that. So before we went, I decided to take a shot of this THC drink, which is a weed, marijuana.
Oh, okay.
So
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 10 milligram per 1.5 ounce shot. I went with the one ounce. I didn't go for the full dose, whatever. But I'm gonna say I love this shit.
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
It was like I felt really good, but I wasn't like laid back and like stupid and whatnot. But you know, Dana's taking pictures of me laughing because
no. This is how it started. He gets there and he goes, when he took it, he goes, give me 45 minutes and it's going to hit.
A bit to kick in.
We're sitting there, the sound guy's going around with his iPad and he's getting all giddy because he's like, oh, it's on iPad now. He goes, I hope this isn't going to do this to me. Now, this is a side view.
A little history. I've played in bands for years. I haven't the last 6-7 years.
I don't know, but anyhow.
But I played bands for years and I ran sound, so like I appreciate a good sound.
So it was okay. But at first he goes, I hope I'm not going to be sitting like this. So okay.
No, I was like this.
Yeah, but okay, but this look okay, but the side view. My sister and I were getting the side view, so we're laughing like crazy because it's like, oh my god, this is funny, because we're like, yeah, no way. So at one point, right before he went up to go talk to the sound guy, he's sitting there and he's like,
he was doing a good job. I was admiring his work.
We're just like, but my sister and I are like, Jeff, you just told us you weren't going to do that. And he goes, yeah, I know, but I am. But then he was just like, and then he's going, oh, let me see the equipment. And he's running up there to look at the equipment. And then he come back. But then the best part is we had appetizers. And he came in late because he had to go smoke. Yeah. So then when we got the appetizers, he was like, great. So then we got done with the appetizers. And he came about not even 20 minutes later, he goes, I could have some more of those pizza roll bites.
Well, but no, let me ask you. This is one comment that I made. I said, were these really that good, or is it just me with the THC drink?
Well,
She was delicious.
Really, what it was is it's like a pizza roll, and then they put batter on it and deep fry it again. Whoa.
No, it was.
Yeah.
It was pepperoni wrapped around.
No, it was a pizza roll.
Whatever it was fucking delicious.
They're really good. So then we get through that. So it's funny. So then we're like later on, he goes, I'm getting hungry again. Can I get some more of those pizza rolls? Well, yeah. So then he looks at the menu and goes, I think I'm going to get the ultimate nachos. I kid you not. This plate was probably this big.
Dude, it was enough for 6 people.
I mean, he ate maybe a 4, not even a fourth.
And it was quality nachos too. It wasn't fucking shit.
I mean, I had a couple and they were really good. But we're laughing because then again he's like, do these taste better than I think they do? We're like, oh my god.
But so yeah, I'm a big fan of this drink because like it didn't make me like I felt in control of myself, but however, you got the benefits of smoking a joint. Like it was like food tastes so much better. Music sounds so much better.
You can buy in Australia. What's it called?
What's that?
What's it called? I'm going to see if I can buy it in Australia.
You cannot buy this one.
Yeah,
no,
this one was made in here.
This one is, but you can probably buy, maybe Willie Nelson has a drink. But this was made by a local Toledo, it's Toledo Spirits Company. Right. I don't know how far they ship, but
Australia would have problems with me trying to take that into the country if I bought some of that in America.
Yeah. But look up, maybe Willie Nelson has one. There's
multiple. Willie Nelson, what's the drink called? Or just Willie Nelson?
I would just Google like Willie Nelson's drink or THC drink.
But then this is kind of funny though too.
And it tastes good too.
I don't know if we've ever told everybody about the Bigfoot adventures you've wanted to go on.
That wasn't weed induced.
That wasn't weed induced, but that was alcohol induced.
That was mojito induced.
Because we were on an island, not a very big island, but an island that.
But there were thick, bushy patches.
There was lots of wooded areas, and we had to hide the keys because
the keys to the golf cart.
To the golf cart, yeah, to the golf cart because there's no car. There's not a lot of cars on the island. It's all golf carts. We literally had to hide the keys because he was bound and determined, and we had to make sure we locked the golf carts,
Quite frankly, I was a little pissed off that no one wanted to go with me.
Yeah, because it's pitch black. There's no lights. It's pitch black. You can't see anything. And he literally wanted to go Bigfoot hunting, and it was like no. So we literally had to hide all the keys on for everybody because
it's called Willie's Remedy.
Because he was going to go. He was bound and determined he was going to go Bigfoot hunting.
I promise you Bigfoot was there and I was going to go find him.
This is also the man that sneaks off to the bathroom, then tells my nephew to follow him to the bathroom so that they can sneak out of the bar to go to the mojito bar and nobody know where they're at. So now we have to have trackers on them so we know where they go and we can't let them go to the bathroom together.
Yeah, they've got this place that's called Mojito Bay. This island is just a drinking island.
It's a drinking, on the weekends. It's got a lot of historic. It's a lot of historical stuff there because it's in the middle of Lake Erie and we're like really close to the Canadian open waters. And so it's But me and her nephew, we are double fisting mojitos when we go because we get to spend about an hour there at that specific bar and we're double fisting these fuckers. But yeah, then we were at the bar across the street and it was kind of getting boring. So we were like, hey, let's go pee. Yeah. So they
at the mojito bar.
They went, but then
at least you know where to find us.
But then because then we went to go find them and they were gone. They were at a bar all the way across where we were going to be leaving to go. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So they ended up at the bar closest to the dock for the fair or for the Jet Express, which is like a really fast ferry. They were there. So luckily my daughter was following them. So we knew that's where they went.
Thank you, misbehaving.
And then we had to go find. So then we're going to miss our ferry, literally going to miss our ferry. And we're trying to get them to stop. And they go back up. They go up there and get another drink. And then they were getting mad at us because we were making them chug them or drop them. And it's like, you can't take them out of the bar.
No, but that wasn't at the mojito place. That was at the Hurricane Bar.
Yeah, the one that's closest, and it was like, come on, guys, we're gonna, and so
I mean, bad choices are made.
Make your cocktail strong as well.
What's that?
You Americans make your cocktail strong.
Yeah, I mean,
like you just pre-pour that shit, which is great.
Yeah, well, like a lot of like the bars, like their drinks are not like super strong because you're drinking all day long. They're not super strong. It's just the fact that you're drinking so much during, like when we're there, you're pretty much drinking from like when we get there, say we get there at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or we get there at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, about 9 o'clock.
We have breakfast, then we head over to the winery, and between six of us, we have five bottles of wine, between 1 bottle of grape juice and 5 bottles of wine between 6 of us. Then you go down the street and we have Bloody Marys.
But it's that one day a year that you go there to get fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like that's the goal.
Yeah. So, but
Thank you, Shell Dust, for 5 gifted memberships.
Jeff is very I will say when him and my nephew get together. Yeah.
And we have fun on the golf course. We last time we went golfing, it was 7:30. We cracked our first drink open.
In the morning.
Yeah.
For a scramble.
But that's what you're supposed to do, right?
And all of my nephew's friends absolutely love Jeff.
Yeah, I get along with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the old guy that fits in with these young kids. It's weird.
They just love, it's
not in a Catholic way. Just, oh, my bad. Oops. But no, this weekend. So me and I mean, you guys have a different version of football over there, but I'm going with my I don't like saying stepdaughter.
Your daughter.
With my daughter, we're going to a Notre Dame football game, and we are going to get absolutely shit-faced with free booze. So
there's like 3 tents that are free tailgating. No. Yeah, Jenna says there's 3 now. She's found there's 3 tailgating tents.
So what do you mean free? What do you mean free booze?
Free, you get booze. Everything's free. Like usually the tailgating parties are like
walk
private.
Up and you pour your drink and you walk
but
away.
Like most of them are private. These actually have endowments that are set, that these families have put endowments. So every game they have a free tailgate party for anybody to come to. And there's 3 of them.
Top shelf liquor,
food, brisket,
pulled pork, brisket. Like we're talking good foods. It's good shit. It's a good time.
And then they actually now have alcohol in the stadium,
which we won't need because we'll be shit-faced before we get there.
But they used to no smoking and no alcohol, but now they allow alcohol in the stadiums of college games. So it's
Yep.
So now it's like okay, so but that's their thing. They go and do the.
Yeah, we do it
every year, once a year.
Yeah, 1 game a year that we get to go to. So.
Sometimes she gets extras, but usually, but this one is a planned one because he'll go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, I think they're playing Syracuse?
It was that or Clemson.
I can't remember. I gotta go for a minute.
All right. Apparently, Miss Boo has to pee.
Yep.
So, we're getting close to we're gonna wrap it up here.
We gotta do our 5.
Yeah, we've been doing this, and whether or not you want to do it, let me know if you want to or not. We've been doing a top 5 weekly. Like, for example, top 5 fast food restaurants was one of them. Top 5 paranormal channels.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you could do one that's not American based, that would be good.
Yeah, this week we're going to do top 5 things that you like to do that most people hate.
Oh.
So
I've got to think of 5.
Yeah, we'll give you, if you don't come up with 5 because it was last minute notice. And then another
5.
Okay. Another segment that we do is we do a buy and sell. Like if I really like something that happened throughout the week, I buy it. And I'll say I'm buying. I don't want to give my example. Okay, so like one week I sold paranormal content because it was driving me nuts trying to watch paranormal stuff.
And I bought
something
shoes that were comfortable.
Or I sold customer service lines, like talking to customer service absolutely fucking sucks. So I sold it. So we're going to do a buy and sell segment too, to where something that you really liked. Again, this is last minute notice for you. So if you don't want to do any of it, it's up to you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can get involved.
All right. So we will take turns doing the top 5 things that you like to do that most people hate.
And we can also usually we sometimes have it where we can't say each other's answers, but this one we can say each other's answers. They overlap.
Oh, we got a new member in the house.
Thank you. All right.
Ooh,
so my
that's
first
not
one.
Lee, is it? I'm just kidding.
Yes, we do have TikTok, but I don't hardly do anything on it. I need to get better on TikTok. So for my first one, my 5th position is paranormal investigating.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like to do it.
That was going to be mine.
Well, you can
yeah.
you can still
so
use
that
that.
can be your guys. So pretty much that's our 5th one for everybody.
No, not for me. I didn't have that on my
Oh,
list.
you didn't? Okay.
So well, you two did.
Okay, so what's yours?
And I'm going to say, and a lot of people don't like to do this, and it is kind of along in the lines of paranormal, is research. I do like to do research.
Oh, that's a good one.
If I get in,
that's a good one.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like to do it, but man, when you get in that rabbit hole, like
I'm with you on that for sure. It's a really rewarding feeling.
It is. It's fun.
All right, my number 4 is baking or / making candy.
Which a lot of people don't like to bake.
Or make candy, and I love doing that.
Yep. Do you want to go or do you want me to?
I'll go. This is going to be a weird one, but I know this is a lot of people are going to judge me on this. I love watching like zit popping videos on YouTube.
Oh, fuck you, dude. No, I hate that shit.
Or the foot one. The foot watching.
Hey, we got the ultimate. Go get a needle. Let's
no,
that is
not a zit. No.
Let's take care of this elbow right here.
That is not a zit.
Right here, right now. Let's do it.
No.
This is kind of a stupid one, but I like driving. A lot of people hate to drive. I don't
like driving.
Okay, and it's funny because my number 3 is I like driving.
Like I'm talking like road trips.
Like long distance driving.
Yeah, I'm not talking driving around the city.
I mean, hence I used to drive an hour to work every day.
Driving around the city makes you crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dana's not a
short-term driving I can't stand, but long distance driving I absolutely love.
Dana's got issues with other drivers. I'm just saying.
It's my ADHD that comes.
It's not totally road rage, but
I hate slow people.
It flirts it. But yet, when you go slow, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh shit.
Okay, Seg, you're 3rd.
Oh. I had some in my head and I've forgotten what they are now. I don't know. Like, I feel I've got this one here. I feel like a lot of people like this, though. To be fair, doing like DIY kind of jobs.
Mm.
But I feel like a lot of people.
But I think a lot of people hate it.
I know a lot of people don't as well. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people hate that too. But yeah, I'm with you. I like the DIY stuff.
We do a lot of DIY
but
stuff.
That's actually my job.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, I didn't do number 3 yet. Okay. So this is kind of a DIY thing. I like painting rooms. A lot of people hate to paint their bedrooms and shit.
Yeah. What we do? We will actually say we're going to paint a room, so then he'll paint it because he can't.
Yeah, I got friends that like they're painting their house or they're painting a room in their house, and they call me up and they don't tell me they're painting. They just say, "Hey, why don't you come over for a little bit and we'll hang out and have a beer or something." So I'd go over there, but they're painting when I get there because they know that I cannot watch people paint because I'm a professional painter, and it drives me insane. And they know they're going to get their shit painted for free.
What happened when you were painting Blake's house?
Yeah,
one was going this way, one was going this way, and one was going this way.
I'm like, put that shit down. Go to the car. Go have a drink. Let me paint this room. So yeah, my friends know that about me.
Yeah. All right, my number 2. Jeff's gonna be like, what? Shoveling snow. When you go straight,
what?
to go straight down and when it's not like super heavy and it's stuff I can actually do because I'm not going to die from me coughing.
I'm trying to think of an occasion where you've shoveled snow since I met you.
Because you won't let me do it. You always go out and do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that guy.
Yeah. You won't let me do it, but I don't like.
Well, I'll let you do it this year.
I love shoveling snow. Just
I fucking
not when it's like 5 feet of snow or like 3 feet of snow, but when it's that light little, and it's like having a little snow plow just with the shovel down the. Yeah. Okay.
So that was your number 2.
That's my number 2.
Sada guy, what's your number 2?
I think I'm going to say one, but I don't know how much I love it. I do quite like it every now and then, kind of thing. Depends on where my destination is. And it's got to be very specific for here in Queensland, where it's usually very warm. I quite like walking in the rain.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one. I
like this, especially if it's been a hot day, and then you walk in the rain, you get that like tarmac smell as well.
I feel like I have not done that as an adult. Like I loved doing that when I was a kid, but I don't think I've done that as an adult.
Yeah.
But I think I could probably
Now it's
try
funny
that.
Because that's a way for me to cleanse. Like I do cleansings. I will go and stand in the rain just to do like a good like spiritual cleanse. But I also, this is weird, but I didn't do it for our first snow, which because it's usually not this early, but usually the first snow of the year, I'll walk outside barefoot. So that's another cleanse thing that I will do. I didn't do it the first snow, but it probably be the first snow of December that I'll do it.
Hang on a second. You got a troll here, Santa guy. First of all, thank you. Thank you, Shell Dust.
I am used to it. I am used to it.
He's
he doesn't ever really respond to me when it's his live stream. It's like when he's been all fucking professional. Then he's like, oh, I can't respond to Seg or even click on his comment. But then he'll go into other people's and he wants all that attention.
I've noticed that about Justin. Like on his live streams, he just doesn't pay attention to the chat unless there's some mega serious question that applies to his guest. But he likes to talk shit during yours.
I know, what a wanker.
Yeah, no, we like Justin. So I need a number 2.
Well, you do.
I do like him. I think I'm pretty sure you do too. I like to cook.
Mm-hmm.
That's my number 2. I love to cook. I hate to clean up in the dishes, and we discussed that last week.
Yeah, that was going to be my last one. I like doing the dishes.
Do you?
Okay.
Oh my God! You fucking.
We need to get together.
I have my headphones on. Put my headphones on. Put some music on, and or sometimes that'd be when I like listen to a YouTube video.
Where's my Bible?
Before I know it, it's all done, and I'm like, oh, I was kind of getting into that.
So
I think we need an emergency exorcism.
I like hoovering as well.
I think we need to have Seg come over. We'll cook for him, and he can do the dishes because neither of us like doing dishes, and we have a dishwasher.
I think we need to do an exorcism real quick.
Yeah.
He's possessed, obviously.
All right. My number 1, and Jeff loves that this is my favorite thing to do. I love sanding. So whenever we have projects, I love to sand, like sanding wood.
We do woodwork and stuff.
That is the most like zenny
No,
thing.
I'm with you on that. I've got a sander. I like sanding.
Oh no, I don't use a sander.
Varnish.
I don't use a sander. I actually hand sand.
Oh no, I use it.
I use just the sandpaper and just
So my last one was I like to power wash things. I've got a very good commercial power washer. I got a nice one, and I'm telling you what, man.
When he starts playing with it outside, I'll see all kinds of little spots everywhere. It's so funny.
I put my name in the dirt. So I love to power wash. That's very satisfying to me. And I even watch. This is weird. I watch videos where people are power washing stuff, like cleaning up people's sidewalks that are all overgrown with
now
dirt.
the green, like the grass.
the people that redo overgrown gardens.
Yeah,
I
love watching that.
There's a couple, there's a couple TikToks where it's overgrown yards and they go in and they take the weed whackers and cut the grass and then do the trim.
Often, or how they portray it in the videos anyway, is that they're like someone who lives there is elderly, that they can't do that work anymore. And they're doing a good deed. I think that's great.
But it's got to be a short. I don't want to watch that shit for 20, 30
it's just
minutes.
It's got to be like the few minute one.
Show me that in 60 seconds. Do the fast forward. Like that's.
And then the before and after.
So, we got other people that like power washing. That's awesome.
All right. So our buy and sell.
Yeah, we're going to do a buy and sell. So the people, if you're new here, this is something that like we're going to each do a buy and we're going to each do a sell. This is something that you loved about the week or love about something, and something that you hate is you're selling that. So
do you want to go first?
God, I got 3 buys this week.
Well, you only get to pick one.
Okay. But my one is not going to hit well with this audience. I'm going to buy, and no one's going to even know what I'm talking about. It's so people that know me know that I like to watch YouTube golf. I am buying the Internet Invitational. That was the greatest golf content that YouTube has ever put out. It was all of these creators got together for a $1 million tournament. There was drama. It was like Golf Meets Survivor. So I am buying that. That shit was awesome. All 6 episodes.
All right. I'll go next. So Seg's got a little bit of time to think. My buy just recently happened that the pups listened to me and not Jeff.
Yeah, those little fucking.
I even tell Jeff what to do, and they will not listen to them. Listen to him, because all you have to do is do this and say sit, and they'll sit.
It's an uprising.
But they won't. They won't listen to him. So he was trying to. This is so funny because he was trying to do it before we came on the live, and he's telling them to sit and everything else. I walk in the room and he says sit, and all I have to do is put my hand up like this, and they sit down. And they face me. They won't even face him to do it. They face me.
Yeah.
But also.
And I make them pork chops on the grill.
But who do they listen to more?
You.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but who do they follow me around the house more? If I'm in the house,
make them steak.
But if I'm in the house, they're always with me, not you.
Yeah.
And
they're getting better since that bed's out.
But the funniest part is Boo technically is not my dog.
Yeah, Boo loves her more than she loves me.
Yep.
Just being honest.
And I'm the one that was the hard ass on her and made her follow the rules when she was puppy. I remember
she was a bad puppy.
She was such a bad dog. When we started dating, she would bite me all the time. So she literally would get put in timeout where I would turn her little butt around, and because she was only like this big, and I would hold her like this in front of me, and she'd be like trying to bite me, and she would have to sit like that until she calmed down. And then she would put her head back like, okay, I give. And I'd put her down. She'd be good for about 10, 15 minutes, and she'd bite me again. So back in daycare or in her little timeout. But
with me, she would like sit in my coat pocket and we'd walk through.
Yeah, but he also, but this is how bad it was. She was all over the place. She would jump on the pool table. She'd jump on counters. She'd
jumped on the kitchen counter.
She'd walk on tables and get into like drinks. She'd jump on the counter, eat sticks of butter. She would get in the freezer and eat ice. I mean, she was terrible. She was horrible. Then she went to daycare and she learned manners. Once she got her legs almost ripped apart, but she learned manners. Yeah.
So, okay, where did we leave off?
We need Segs now.
Okay, we need Segs buy or sell?
No, it's buy.
Okay. I'm going to say the whole experience I had over in Adelaide was amazing.
That's a good one.
Some of the people that watch my stuff and just get involved in all those events, and it was just a good experience for me in general. Just getting out there kind of thing. But like the sell would just be Adelaide Horizons.
The sell is what?
Adelaide Haunted Horizons. You've not watched the
no.
head button. It goes, are you going to sell Paranormal Quest too?
You got to wait for. I've got a little something special planned in one of my future videos for Paranormal Quest, in particular, Ryan.
All right. Good. Let's all look forward to that.
Oh, I won't say anything more than that.
Shout out Paranormal Quest. Shout out Side-Eye Guy in his video.
So what's your sell?
Okay, stupid people in the comments. And this relates to, also goes back to the Internet Invitational. So there was, spoiler alert, if you're going to watch this, let's hit pause right now. There was an accusation of cheating in the final round, and this was $1 million tournament. There was a thing where the guy had slope on his rangefinder. People were saying he did. There's no proof of it. It did look fishy, blah, 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 but whatever. Don't make death threats to the guy's fucking family.
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous. It's internet golf, and people are threatening to kill his wife and his kids because they think he cheated in this tournament. So, trolls in the comments, fuck you. That's my sell. There we go.
My sell, long lines. Yesterday, how long did it take me to just go pick up a prescription?
I thought you
went shopping.
No, I thought you were cheating on me. You were
That's
gone for like an hour and a half.
I wasn't gone an hour and a half, but I went just to go to the store to get my prescription because it's a refrigerated one. So I always try to get on the weekend when I have to grab it. And I kid you not, I had to stand in line for at least 45 minutes. It was like,
Candy doesn't like my cell. Candy, I'm talking about people that are going after innocent people's families like death threats.
But part of the reason I hate long lines is when you're at a store and you only have one lane open and you see there's about 20 people in line.
That happened to me at Lowe's today, and I was pretty fucking pissed.
Don't get somebody else to come help. That just and this is the time of year that happens all the time. Mm-hmm. So this is why I hate shopping in stores because I can't.
There was a couple. I don't know. They were buying doorknobs, and I don't know if they weren't priced or it took 15 minutes and they still weren't done. I was like, okay, this is bullshit. I just left. Sorry. Yeah. You lost the sale because your one cashier that you're paying to be on duty is with this couple for 15, 20 minutes. So
yeah, that's why I just can't stand when there's not, and people will say, well, there's not enough staff or they're short staff. Not when you see 6 people standing in the middle just doing nothing. That's when it gets crazy.
Yeah, I'm not even going to start going off on that because we're at about 2 hours and I'm sure Side-Eye Guy's got editing to do or some cool shit to do.
I think I'm probably going to have to call the doctor about my elbow the more.
Please do.
Or just, take care of it, but film it if you do.
Actually, know what? What you can do before you go, try putting heat compresses on it.
Okay. So I got one actually.
Yeah. Try doing heat compresses 15 minutes and then take it off and then a couple times a day. If it doesn't help it, then you need to go and
I'm very much a self-surgery kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'll try shit. It doesn't end up well all the time, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would probably do that if it was as expensive in America as here. It's free here, so I'm not going to fuck around with it.
Well, and this is the problem. He has a wife that works in the medical field, so it's don't do stupid stuff.
I've done some sketchy shit.
Yeah, and it's don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's take this utility knife covered in drywall and dig this 2x4 size splinter out of my finger. Yeah.
He's gotten much better about asking me about things before he does things.
You just pour whiskey out at first.
That, or he gets, know what annoys you the most?
What? A lot of things.
Ear hairs.
Yes. That's not surgery. You
no,
but
you can't stand that.
No, I hate that.
Because you won't do it, so I do it for you.
Whatever. That's a different topic, different day.
I just yank them out. I don't even care. Yep. The eyebrows are worse.
Yes.
Whatever. I get pleasure out of doing that.
But all right, guys, we're at 2 hours. Side-Eye Guy, thank you for joining us. It was fun. We got to.
Thank you for inviting me on. Appreciate it.
Debate a bit. I hope I hope people got something out of the serious stuff we talked about. But I think the end was fun where we did the top 5 and the buy and sell. So It's always fun having you on. We, again, I was gonna clickbait this title and say like we're gonna fight, but there's no fight with you. We're friends.
Clickbait it, and then you just get people angry at you. It's
I
fun.
should have.
So one time, well, because so Mrs. Boo's channel's been kind of blah lately because there's just been so much going on. But I'm going to try to get back to doing them. I think I'm going to wait till the new year because I'm going to start trying to plan some things out. But Karen, I heard, is getting out of jail.
He doesn't know who Karen is or why she's in jail.
Okay, but no, I'm just saying. So for the general, Karen, I heard, is getting out of jail, and Mountain is in rehab for all his injuries.
Yeah, Mountain's been away for a little bit.
He's been in rehab trying to get get his health back and be able to walk and everything. But
he did have a sexual addiction too.
True, but I don't think he was in rehab for that because he was in pretty much a full body cast.
No, that was a once a week visit.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, man. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thank you for watching. We appreciate y'all. And you guys that watch the rewatch, say giraffe if you've made it to this point. Say that in the comments.
Wait, that's your safe word.
I know, but let's just use that. No one ever says that. So.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Thanks, Zach.
Bye.
All right. I'm gonna end it. It's the awkward ending.